3, 2, 1, just in case there's any sort of time delay. Well, hello there and good evening. Thank you for, I guess it's good morning, and thank you for joining me. I am Frost PDP, and today we are playing Planetside 2, first-person shooter, free to play. We're doing this the day after Mother's Day, which is a perfectly good day to do things, because for many of you, self-inflicted sleep deprivation is a preferable option. Or others, like myself, did great, had a great Mother's Day, survived it up until 12 o'clock, midnight. And still others of you survived just to lock your kitten in the closet for a few minutes, so you never know. But with that out of the way, I'm going to do something a little different. Normally I play as Frost PDP on Emerald server with my little TR, and that's great and all. But today I'm doing something a little bit different. What I'm doing is I'm doing sort of like a hands-on as-we-go guide to what's up, like how does the new player experience feel, given that I sort of skipped it when I was just coming in. I said, oh, this game's kind of like Battlefield, I'm just going to go in and play Battlefield. And there were some things maybe I should have learned before doing that. So I'm going to go through as Vanu Sovereignty, because I like their lasers. I'm going to stick with Emerald, because why not, right? I mean, it's US East, that's where I am, so here we go. My characters are going to be male. I don't see why not. Oh, we got like the... Wow, I mean, look, I get that the face in the FPS isn't either going to be super photorealistic or it's going to be just a sideshow to something that's behind the helmet. But a couple more choices, please. Just saying. It's all really, I mean, it keeps graphics down. It keeps graphics card needs down. So I guess that makes sense. So I'm going to go with Barack Obama here, because that's about the closest I can. Maybe I should just name him Barack Obama. Nope, that would be taking this joke a little too far. Frost PDP, but I'm going to add a little VS because that name is taken. So the first thing that happens is Coulter loads up. Now, I loathe what I'm about to say with a passion, but I'm going to leave the help bars intact. In other words, when it says like, oh, do you want this tutorial? I'm going to say yes. I will be asked to do the most repetitive, if you play on a FPS ever in your life, and especially PC FPS, you know what you're doing things. Yeah, I'm going to do those because I know I'm saying it like that's a mean thing, but this is a good thing to be in the game, because a perhaps over arrogant player who jumps right in might say, I don't need these lessons, and then discover, wait a minute, how do things work? How do you win a continent? How do you fly a plane? So you are currently on our smallest continent's culture, which is meant for beginning players who are unfamiliar with Planetside 2. Okay, so this is, some of these are buzzwords, but if you're already familiar with Planetside 2, you can just cut out, right? So that's what most people do. I'm just going to cut out. To warp back, you can warp back up until you see that you are battle rank 15. Well, as you saw on the previous screen, my battle rank is actually 16. Meaning that in the end, I'm not really doing anything. I'm not really like some level 100,000 player here to smash faces in. That's not what's going on. I'm a legitimately like still developing player who's trying to see what he might have missed, and to especially search for, because of the big new patch, I want to know what, if anything, they included in this thing to cater to those skills. In other words, as I am an educator. I'm trying to see if the game is going to properly educate me about these things. Am I going to get through all of this today? I don't know. Again, we're working ourselves into a self-inflicted insomnia here. But that's okay, because that's what I feel like doing with my time, so I'm going to be complaining about this, but I'm just trying to de-stress, man. I'm not interested in going to work tomorrow, but I have to. So, I'm going to deploy now. It says deploy Sundra, right? Is there anywhere else I could deploy, though? Well, what do these green little buttons mean? They mean you could choose to deploy there. It's visible over here. Spawns. Standard spawns, standard spawns, standard spawns, right? So spawns are green buttons, but they're yellow over here. It also tells me to join a squad. I'm going to click to join a squad. So now there's squad spawns. Well, what happened though? I joined a squad? Other than that click, the only other button is squad deploy, which I guess I have selected. So am I in a squad? Well, to find that out, I go to social. And I see that I am in fact in a squad. The way you talk to a squad, and at least the way I have it set up, you might have a different setup, but my button is Z. You talk to a squad by hitting Z. But that's not popping up here. So let me double check real quick. What are my settings? Maybe by starting a new character, I've changed the settings. Or maybe as a new player coming into this game, I'm thinking, oh, things don't all work the same as every other game. I should have thought about that, but I didn't. Well, let me test my mic real quick. Microphone. Okay, so maybe microphone problems are a thing. Oh wait, maybe I just need to let go of that button. Yeah, okay. No, I'm an idiot. So that works. So I'm not going to go too into the devices. This is all sound or voice effects that you could do. My cat is attempting to paw at my glass of ice water, which is right next to my laptop. While standing on my laptop, in fact, making it hopefully impossible that she bent the screen, because she is a cat. Anyhow, a big cat. Apparently bigger than my father's cat that used to be mine, that stayed with my father after I moved out, so because he just had a liver transplant and they bonded. So personal moment over. Let's get back to it, right? What are these things? Become a member now. Click button. Boost. What? Whoa. So here's something Planetside 2, if you're new, you need to know. This is a free-to-play game, and you've probably figured that out or else you wouldn't be playing it, but look at this. Well, I have this silver weird metal thing over here. I don't know what it does because it doesn't have a tooltip. The same here and the same here. Boost. Well, I can see, wait a minute. This thing over here says buy. It says buy experience boost. 125 dB. Well, dB is what? Turns out that's Daybreak Cash or whatever it is. Daybreak Gold. I don't know. Dumpster Baby, my fiance points out. We're working on getting her set up with a Minecraft server soon, actually. But in the meantime, so you could buy an experience boost. Well, Daybreak Cash is real money. So you have to put in real money or do some sort of contest or whatever to get the ability to buy these things. Okay, so some people get boosts, they spend real money, and remember something, when you're buying these things, you're not just like, oh, I'm giving them profit, like, you're investing in the game to a little extent. Planetside 2 is a game that I only restarted playing for fun, and it was good and all, but then I realized something, like, I'm actually enjoying this game a lot, and it's free. So I stream it more often, and I want to talk about this. Some people think that in-game app purchases like this are bad. And I'm not saying they're not concerning. I am saying that a good counter-argument to this, like, why do you have the free-to-play model? Why don't you just pay $60 and then everyone gets the boost the same, right? Like, well, that shuts out people that can't afford $60, but maybe can afford $10. And if they can afford $10, if they really enjoy the game and they really want to do well at it, they're going to pay for a boost to catch up to the many people that are already ahead of them. In other words, I'm a brand new player and I love this game, But I keep getting beat by people that are just higher level than me, which as again, someone who's only battle rank 15, I notice sometimes. I would do that. I would strongly consider putting some money down here. Whether or not I have in the past, whether or not I will, I'm not sure. Right now, times are a little tight, but you know, I might consider someday supporting something. But you know, help feed starving artists and coders and designers. Maybe they just subliminal message that into my head. So this is real money. This is certification points. This little half circle, that's an in-game point that you can use to unlock things. And this, I have no idea what it's called. I just call it metal. And this is the way that you're limited in, I guess I could put it, that you're limited in buying in-game vehicles. It's like an in-game vehicle bank. You know, you need to take out 350 to get a tank. It's a way to keep you from spamming tanks and just sucking at it, and a way to keep everyone from just spawning tanks. At some point you can't spawn tanks, so you have to spawn other things to keep some kind of balance at arms existent, which makes the game feel much better. Like, you have to see infantry pushing with tanks. No, yeah, you don't win if you don't. And you don't win if you don't see people taking the airplanes in either. But we'll get into that later, because you can already see this dude flying around in a jet. And the game's telling me I have to spawn in to this blue control area into a Sunderer. Well, a Sunderer is, if you have no idea what that is basically a mobile spawn point. Okay, well that sounds pretty nifty, because you have to take your spawn point and you have to attack way deep into enemy territory. This isn't like a single battlefield map, at least in the time this game was made. It would have maybe like a capture point, a capture point, a capture point, a capture point, and then like a capture point going out the other way, right? Well, guess what? Your capture point is this entire base. There's sub points within this base that have to be captured and held in order for you to seize control of it and then move the front line forward to the next base. Now, that's even before you get into player-made bases, which I've seen literally basically just form up across a hill. As we push in, they get more in the back. A rolling, retreating fortress is kind of hard to assail. But that's new. Let's talk about just old for a minute. You're deploying at the Sunderer. Okay, so that means you're in the game.
Heavy assault infantry carry anti-vehicle rocket launchers, light machine guns, and have an improved nanite shield for absorbing more damage than other classes.
Okay, so I'm getting told this information. I'm running around. I'm getting shot at. There is no safety. Clearly, there is no safety. There's a big plane. I have a gun, and there's... It's a big gun. I'm heavy assault. I see a guy getting shot at. He's red. He's got a thing. Okay. The Q button, at least is what I've bound it to, is the spot button. Anytime you think you see an enemy, you click the Q button. It will probably tell you if there's an enemy. Not always. If you spam it or push it way too often, you see how he said visual on a thing? That tells the rest of your team that there is one of those things there. Like this guy. Then you want to shoot at him, but sometimes you have a hard time hitting. And I'm using starter weapons. Oh, got a kill. So, let's see. What did I just do there? I engaged the target at long range. I suppressed their fire. They're charging in. They're kind of just charging in haphazardly. They don't really know where they're going to do to get out of, like, being shot range. And it's a heavy assault that have a shield. How to use that shield? Well, everyone has it mapped differently. I have it mapped to G. I'm going to use that to protect me as I poke my head out and try to run for a little better cover. You do slowly regain health in this game, at least as far as I know, especially when you get shielded up. Now, remember how I mentioned the talk to your squad key? This is where the stream gets confusing, because I'm going to start talking to my squad. I have it mapped to Z. Hey guys, how we doing? So you can see how to the bottom right of the center console at the very bottom, you could see how there was that thing off to the right that said 4. 4 is my number, or rather I guess it's the audio channel, channel 4. I'll do it again, I'll hit the Z button real fast. 4 squad. I'm number 4 in the squad, and I'm in the green squad, so that's why I'm a 4 green squad. What the hell are you? I didn't even know you were a thing. I didn't know that dudes wearing shields existed. Okay. That was neat. This is a max. Anytime you see a very big, freaking heavily armed dude marching towards you in open, you're in a lot of trouble if you don't have anything really heavy to hit him with. I unloaded a whole clip into him and didn't even kill him. I know that makes me seem like I feel kind of weak compared to those things, but those are considered vehicles and they have a cost to take out. So let's change spawn. Let's spawn a little bit back in the Xander Biolabs. Because I want to spawn as... Better yet, no, I think this is how you do it, right? You deploy it Sunder. You hit the E key and you go to max. So the max is a super weapon, and yeah, it costs 450 to just get in this thing. 450 resources, the metal or whatever. The left button in this case shoots 2 rockets. Right button shoots a machine gun. I'm supposed to be trying to hit it. Now I don't have a particularly good way to zoom in on this thing. That's sort of a disappointing factor. Number 1, you can still run with this thing and even crouch. Number 2, you are not freaking invincible. See how I'm... What the hell? Are we just like exchanging shots here for nothing? Well, I'm getting assist kills. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of charging back towards our base. That's a tank. The good news is there's no destructible environments in this game, right? So I can kind of hide behind a tank, and I'm not too dead. I could get gang raped and then start running around like a moron doing I don't even know what. I must hit the wrong button because I went crazy.
Light assault is supposed
Now you'll see how when I go to max, I need resources, so I can't use it again. So light assault. I have a jetpack that I can fly around for a little while. That's useful for like getting on top of things, making 3-dimensional assault. It's almost like your Attack on Titan setup, I guess. I need a miracle, and I didn't get it. Now medics can revive people, by the way. It's all got something to do with nanites and spawn points and something. I just shot my own dude up.
You will get a sound, and a don't shoot icon will appear on your crosshair.
By the way, no, you can't blow that up. So you noticed I'm shooting laser guns, right? I just want to point that out, because that's what I think is really cool about this. This is why I want a VS character at some point. You know, I think that's sort of what I'm doing there. Hey there, Dragon Kakashi, how are you? I'm not particularly at the screen very often when I'm like playing, but I do stop in and check out what the folks are saying. So I'm gonna go with a heavy assault because I see that they've just got a lot of heat near my base, and that's bad. That's very bad. That's fatal. So they're spawn camping, right? Which sucks. It's sort of a shame that we can't seem to be breaking through. We gotta figure out how to break through this spawn camping shit, guys. So I spawned way back at the biolab. Spawning biolab. And I'm going to see what I can do about maybe... Now this is probably like the central containment unit of this thing. But I'm going to see about what I can do about getting a vehicle of some kind. Maybe it'll be a plane. I'm not going to try to play with the joystick that I got today. And yes, this game is compatible with joysticks for all you flyboys. I wish I was one, but I'm not good enough. Okay, so I can buy a scythe, right? It's got a laser cannon. It's got wing-mounted afterburners too. Cool, right? What if I wanted to like change the gun though? There are other guns, but they cost a lot of real-life money or a lot of in-game credits. So you have to stick with the basics sometimes, or you have to really, really want the thing. But an attachment would be like a zoom thing. Well, zoom, a basic 1.25 zoom is only this, right? So you can still get a zoom in feature that helps. It's just not as much. It's a way to keep parity. And a little bit better 1.5 zoom is still this, right? So in all of the ways that really matter, you can catch up with regular gameplay to an extent if you play a lot. And you know, like I said, I got to about level 15. I'd say I was decently decked out at level 12. So I'm going to spawn now. Now, here's the thing, right? I have no idea how to fly this. Descend is apparently a button I'm not familiar with. So right now we're just testing, right? So if I try to move forward, I move forward, but not too much. I've got like a grainy video overlay. This would be where a joystick would be like stupendously awesome, actually. I just kamikazed him. Oh shit. Oh no, I just kamikazed the poor bastard. Oh man, that was brutal. Oh, if I knew how to do highlights, I think I would have actually done a highlight just for that. Like, this is how bad I am. But that worked. I mean, I got rid of an enemy plane. Okay. We've got an enemy tank. You want to try to hit this thing not straight in the front, because it's usually got more armor there. You can tell its health up here, like how much it had left when he killed it. This guy's battle rank 6. He's got enhanced targeting. Honestly, he's really strong enough to leave Newbie Island if he's got like bonus shit going on, but whatever. Now, some of you guys who played Battlefield in the past might remember how, like, yeah, see ya. Alright, so you might remember times where, like, you would be in a tank and your friend would be behind you in his repair kit, and he would repair you, and you would eat a bunch. You would just soak damage, right? Literally tanking for your army because you're the high threat thing. It's like a World of Warcraft strategy for a first-person shooter game, right? So yeah, here we are. I'm trying to assault the space. It tells me I have to capture C, right? But like, oh, that's a freaking heavy, that's a vehicle, man. Like, can I shoot it? The heavy machine gun can sometimes damage units, and that's an enemy sunderer. And if he sees me, I'm a dead man. He didn't see me. I'm not a dead man. Time to go in. It's still an enemy freaking spawn point, but at least that creates an opening. You might ask where I'm going. I might ask the same question of myself. But I hear gunfire. Where there's gunfire, there's probably guys with guns. If I'm hearing that and it's not one of my guys, I'm not sure that I'm liking this. So unless he just simply scouted at a teammate. See this blue shield? I cannot go through there, but they can come through it. They had that for vehicles as well, where it's like only your vehicles of your people can go through. Or only infantry can go through, or whatever it is. Yeah, see? Once my bullet's going to go through there, so I had no chance against him. But I actually did fairly well. I got 992 experience, which amounts to 4 certs, which means it's about 200 experience to a certification point. And I got 3 kills. So I'm actually not doing, like, I'm not playing terribly, but I'm also not, like, doing any majorly incredible adventures, right? These are all pretty straightforward combat scenarios. And they're not like they're computer generated. These are all other players that are doing whatever, but it's like it's almost like a practice mode. So I created a new player, and now I'm doing like a training session for myself to see if I'm really like capable of playing well. So far, I'm finding out the answer is yes, which means I'm feeling more confident about the idea of returning to the main worlds, the other continents. I am grateful. I have emotion. That's not good. Now, in real world, and I don't know if this is the way that it is in this game, if you hear a bullet whizzing by you, it's already like well past you. You would have been dead a long time ago had it hit you. Okay. So either one of my guys just pointed me out and I didn't get a red blip, or one of my guys that just pointed out did get a red blip. No, dummy. Dummy, you're supposed to sit near me. I'm just covering my base if he goes that way. If it's a bigger arrow, it means it's a max unit, one of the big heavy armored ones. Or at least a different type. So my squad is me and a guy who's not even really doing much. So I'm gonna social. I'm gonna leave squad even though I know I just got myself killed. We want Indar. No, I'm going with that new player thing. So auto join squads, right? Looking for squads to join. Nah. Alright, I guess I'm gonna be without a squad. That's an interesting question. Oh, we don't even have a Sunderer now? That's not good. We did that poorly.
One of your most important terminals is the equipment terminal.
Okay, equipment terminal. So this
used
terminal,
to resupply
E,
ammunition,
resupply
change
ammunition.
your class,
I'm gonna do one
or
thing
to
though.
change what weapons you are using.
I'm gonna pick out a reflex. I'm gonna pick up a reflex sight. I think a 2x. I don't know what that thing does, but it sounds cool. I have how many credits do I have? I have 209 certifications now, so I can start thinking of unlocking stuff. I'm curious. This says it provides high contrast outlines. Illuminates nearby soldiers. I've never done something like that before, so I'm going to try it. And it brings up this thing. It's saying, hey, look, you could get, not only could you pay for it straight away with money, 50 Daybreak cash. I don't know why that would be 50 Daybreak cash when it's only 30 certs. That doesn't seem like it's balanced. But if you get a bundle, you save 5. I don't know why they would do that, right? Like, that seems like, unless Daybreak cash is worth like 10 cents, this seems like a really bad deal. Like, imagine if this is like $5 for something you can get with 30. I mean, it's like an hour or two of playing. I don't see that being a big like burden to me, like that I'm gonna not want to wait that long. So I unlocked this HSNV scope, and I'm just gonna try it out. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I've never used it. I've never used this weapon before, so that might not be true. I've used like one thing I think I've ever used. I've had a VS character that was like battle rank 4, so useless, right? So I'm attaching the optic, which is good, right? Now am I going to stick with this gun forever? No, but I am a heavy assault. So I'm just going to click around a bit to play with that. This thing, this tool, right? This is my rocket launcher. Can I add any attachments? Just camo, right? Camo is stuff you buy with Daybreak Cash to make your weapon look better. But you can buy a different weapon in total. I mean, these are all different weapons. They all have different strengths. And there are plenty of videos. I would recommend you search for a guy named Wrel. He now works for Daybreak, but for most of his YouTube career, he was a PS2 just player. He did highlight videos a lot, and he did new player tutorials, and he also did weapons assessments. What's good, what's bad. I would recommend whatever he said, unless it's been changed in patches. Like, yeah, if he said something 6 months ago and they patched it, it might be a little different, but consider the same basic stuff. I mean, there are people that do whole scale. You know, they look at this iron sight mode stuff that pops up here and go, oh my god, this is 0.1 more damage per second. Like, I wouldn't go crazy about that stuff. Especially not as a new player. Like, as a new player, just learn to shoot straight, right? But it is worth noting, like, this is a single shot, this is a lock on, this is a charge, I don't know what that means. Lock on, lock on, lock on, single shot, single shot. So right now all I know is I have a rocket launcher, and it's a rocket launcher that is an anti-tank weapon. It's an anti-tank cannon, so it's designed against vehicles. Okay, well, that's cool.
Teleporters provide quick transportation within
All right.
the facility.
That's awesome, right?
To begin the process.
How do I know where I just went? I don't know where I just went.
Air vehicles can be rearmed at landing pads.
Well, we've already seen that I'm not so great at air vehicles. But this is a ground vehicle terminal. You hit E, and there's the Flash, the Sunderer, and the Lightning. And they all have different materials costs. Sunderers are the things that deploy and make like spawn points. So you want one. We need one. In the map overhead, you can see which direction you're facing. Can't move while you're like this, though, unless someone else is moving you. So I'm basically going the wrong way. So I'm gonna make a little trip around the base. No big deal. If I get shot at right now in a real game, that means like my dudes are losing the ground battle bad. And if I were to be leading a squad or something. P.S. I'm not saying I'm the best driver on Earth. I usually try to find the off-road hitches, because that was a big thing to do in Battlefield 2, was just like ignore terrain and go with it. But times have changed a bit. Sometimes rocks that look steady aren't so steady. I think that's by design. And you have to remember, they designed entire continents that look like they're somewhat realistic. I mean, there's high points, lowlands, floodplains, and cities-ish. I mean, they should have actual cities. At least one or two. Well, I guess it's because this is currently being fought over. I don't know, that's the storyline. I mean, it's all being fought over. So maybe there's no cities yet. No, like, actual cities. And any building arrangements you find are really just military bases. So there's all sorts of fortifications. Now, these red things over there are bad news bears. Those are turrets. And if they're shooting, which they are, we got a problem. Problem that we're going to promptly ignore because we don't really want to fail on our objective to set ourselves up close to the enemy. I have to park this thing in a place where it can't be easily seen or hurt. If I fail to do that or fail to find one, I have failed in my mission. Consider that. Here's someone shooting. So I'm deploying. Now I'm going to get out. I'm going to run over to this thing. Remember, cinders are your spawn points. You can swap classes there.
Engineers are
I'm going to
demolitions
immediately
experts
start
who can
to
pop
repair
ammunition
this
resupply
thing,
packs,
I think.
create deployable turrets, and repair vehicles, objectives,
Okay.
and max units.
So this is a healing gun. It can heal vehicles from afar. So if you have 2 or 3 of these guys on a vehicle, it can, you see in the top right where it's healing, what its health is. I think that's because you deployed it. But the heal gun is a gun that heals and it runs out of ammunition. That's the little yellow bar going up on the right side. And you get experience for doing this. So this is nice, easy, good experience, especially if there's some idiot out there shooting it once or twice a day. So once you're in the building, the base, you can definitely go up on its turrets, and they serve as functional anti-aircraft guns. Or maybe there's something else. So there's F1, F2. It's another gun. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see something. F3. F3 is one machine gun. F4 is none. These machine guns might not damage tanks, but they'll damage planes. So they're worth having. But more importantly, we have a spawn point for our group now. Now I'm going to do some weird stuff. I'm going to just swap around classes for it. Infiltrator is your classic sniper or sneaky guy. You can cloak. You hit G to cloak because that's your skill. Yeah, anyway. I'm going to do a little recon here. And I'm staying in light class mainly because until I have people who are going to spawn on me, which you'd hope would be some. Well, hold on here. I gotta make sure I'm attacking the right place. I'm like parked fairly conservatively. This is exactly the sort of place where I should have a team that's posting up, spawning in. Now, as the guy deployed it, I have to get into it every so often. That basically just fuels it up. But now I'm going to run over here. I'm just going to scope out around the corner of this thing what I can see. So I can see Dan Band is in that turret shooting people. Those people being my friends. There's nobody floating around. I don't see any armor in the distance. I don't see anything too crazy. I'm seeing like no snipers. So if there was a way I could snipe them, I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw you. If you see someone, if you're not sure you see someone, if you think their gun might be part of the helmet, like this guy. So he had no idea where I was shooting him from. Oh, that guy apparently just decloaked in front of me. I'm not gonna hit him for a million years, but I'll try. So now they know I'm somewhere around here. Now while you're scoped, you can hit the shift bar to slow down a bit. Take a deep breath, and then it holds the automatic bouncing around stuff still. I'm advancing. This is stupid. This is dangerous as hell. No, I feel as if snipers should be able to have some sort of ability to damage those turrets. Right now I really don't. I'm sure if I was in C4 that would work, but like, come on. Sorry for the sneeze, cough, or whatever. So I just got 6 points for them for squad mate spawning in my for Sunderer spawn. This is the very wrong weapon to be using. I would really love to switch guns. And I'm dead. Well, I wounded him, which in the real world would have meant like he needs time to heal for like the next rest of his life, but unfortunately that wasn't to be. No, it's very clear what we must do. We must heavy assault. I'm gonna go ahead, for the sake of this argument here, try to shoot the enemy. I do. It doesn't always work. Alright, so it's been 41. Alright, so let's do this. Let's form a squad. What call it? Coulter? No, how do I make a squad? Looking for squads to join, please wait. Right. So that, by the way, that red thing, that alarm in the top right, that's an alert. Every so often an alert goes out for any given continent that, you know, if you fulfill certain objectives or have a certain amount of power by the end of this time period, you get bonus points for trying to conquer the continent. And the goal of the game is basically to conquer continents. If you do that, you can consider that like the same as winning a battlefield match. But because there's no clear-cut way to judge, to judge how much you're doing, like some continents can take hours to win, some days. It all depends on if people stay awake and stay engaged and have like solid team foundations and whatnot. So I'm just testing out how much damage this thing does. I mean, I know I'm gonna get seen and eventually shot down, but you know, they just hit him in the back. He's not a terrible hell of a health. If I had another shot, I might be able to get it. Ah, it survives. I didn't even think I hit it on that last one. What a shame. So I got killed by a platform gun. Alright, fair enough. But the world will know my anger. I will keep trying. For that is the point of this game. This is how you assault the holding. Phalanx turret kill, 100 experience. Those things take a while to respawn, or maybe they even have to be repaired, which would be interesting. I've never really worried about that, to be honest. If the gun's there, it's there. If it's not, like, I've never given it a particularly second thought, which I probably should. I probably shouldn't be totally ignorant of, like, respawn times of defense assets for the enemy. So I'm advancing on period A. That was a cannon? I don't want to fight a cannon. Two of us going in together. We thought we were going to the base. I thought I was going to A. So our job right now is to capture this building. Someone spawned at my sun door. That is good. So I get in here, and I'm supposed to find the most defensible territory plausible, which is not the best, and just pray to God I don't get ganked. Because as soon as it's contested, they know it's a contested point. They know it's contested, and they know that I have to stand here a certain amount of time. The fact that it's not going down means there's one of them in here with me. Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I am capturing it. What the hell is this thing? Oh, that's the new scope I mentioned. I'm actually capturing the point very quickly. That's good. So I'm now a disciple. And I captured an outpost section. So that's good. That makes it them weaker to us. We start on the chain. This is an interesting little toy. That is a really interesting little toy. I could see in a firefight at night how that would be really useful. But it's not what I normally roll. And it would be unfair of me to try to do something now with you guys when, like, I'm trying to just demonstrate the way I've been playing thus far. I use what's called a reflex sight. Lets you see around the gun's sights a little better. 2x magnification, better performance in urban combat streams. I'm just trying to decide what kind of sight I want. What do I want it to look like? I look at purple. Unlock it for 30 credits. And remember, you have to spend those credits to unlock stuff. And you get them as time goes on, but you don't get to take these across characters. You don't get to take twisting out. I want to start decking my gun out a little more. A forward gear produces horizontal fire. Ammo can't customize laser sight. Increases extreme fire from the hip. Flashlight. Flash suppressor. Wrel. Yeah, we'll do a forward grip. That's a lot of points. We'll do it. So, we have a pretty decently modded out gun right here. We're also going to do something else, though. Oops. We're going to resupply, but first we're going to go to heavy assault.
TR has locked down Indar.
That's not good. I mean, if I cared. Heavy assault search. This is like your actual consumable health kit that can use to instantly restore the user's health. Gee, a health kit? That could be good. Or a restoration kit. Restoration which regenerates user health over 6 seconds. Ability slot. Adrenaline shield. Nanite mesh generator. So this is like armor. Suit / shield capacitator, ammo belt, flak armor. Expands nanoweave armor. So this adds resistance to damage, and you can get an additional grenade. You can get an anti-vehicle grenade or a concussion grenade. You can get C4. Well, damn, that's pretty cool. I'm going to certify level 1 nanoweave armor, level 2 nanoweave armor. And that's what I'm going with. Ability. I want... Yeah, I'm going to keep this thing, but I want to upgrade it one. See, these are little things you would not notice if you were not an avid player. Like, I know to look in here, but as you see, like, oh wait, right now, this thing, damage done will be drained quicker. So this is a shield that I can click the G button and get a shield from. And now, for 1 point, I make that shield stronger. That's pretty good. You gotta go previous, there's no shortcut button, but suit. Well, I have nanoweave armor level 2 now. It's 10% resistance to small arms. Yeah, I think I want that. Although explosions isn't bad if you're going to be fighting vehicles. So that's why... Let me show you real fast. That's why you have so many locked... You have some ranked locked. Like, you get 2 more configurations for ranked, but you have so many locked custom loadouts because... You could have, like, I want my anti-infantry, I want my anti-vehicle, I want my anti-aircraft, I want my anti-this, anti-that configuration ready to go and play. And if that's the kind of player you are, if you don't want to spend your time every day arranging your certs, like, you have it all done. The problem is you don't get to keep your certs from one configuration to the other. So, like, I've spent my certifications on my first form, but that's all I have across forms. It's not like I can just go to the second form and load out completely different. So it's semi-restrictive, let's say, but I wouldn't say it's crippling. It's just frustrating at times. So let's see the state of this war again. Now you notice I haven't really been told by the game what to do. I get told mission, capture control console. And okay, there's an exclamation mark up next to this one. So that's what it's telling me to capture. Theoretically, my squad mates are being told the same thing, but I'm not in a squad because there is no squad. I don't even know how to form a squad. So I'm going to look one more time for a squad. Outfit, leadership certs. I don't know. I don't know how to start it.
Eyes on a hostile light assault trooper.
So you see the site I picked out? Yeah. This is that site. I think I made him mad. I actually sort of want to die. Not in real life, but in game. It would really be a useful contribution. The fact that I would be near my Sunderer again and I could step in it and keep it from despawning. That's what that 8-minute clock is. Oh, honey, those nails look lovely. So we're going to room C, I see. I see. Oh, where is it? Is it? Kill the dude with the knife. Never done that before in my life. He wasn't paying attention, and now he's got the tension in hell. Hell, hell. Ah, crap. Wasn't hoping for that, but it happens. So I'll just spawn Sunder and just make sure I go in it before I go out of it. Deployed, 1959. So if I push the 4 button, that brings up the proximity channel. Anyone near me? Let's go for the target, pal. If he was near enough to hear me, he's probably looking around like, what the fuck, you can talk? Yeah, you can talk to just about anyone in the game. Alright guys, we're going for C. See, I'm saying something new to every time we get a new guy in. What did you do? Did you just shoot each other?
Frag out!
That's our sign that it's possibly clear. That's not good. That was weird.
Swapping battery. Cover me.
We've got this place secured. Let's move on to A. He got me. Frost down. Solid. I'm actually going to change my spawn up. I'm going to spawn medic. I'm going to make sure I'm customizing with something useful. I have something I can do with my utility medical kit. I'm going to assume if I spawn medic, I've got what I need. I'm in the long range support.
General-purpose infantry that can heal and revive teammates.
So 3 would be heal, right click, 4 would be, yeah, okay, so I'm in medic. So at least if one of my guys goes down, I can heal him. I mean, I don't really need heavy vehicles right now.
Enemy light assault in the area.
We're kind of just camping in their base, but
You are in a restricted area.
how the fuck did that even
Leave the
happen?
restricted area immediately.
That should not be happening.
This area is restricted.
That seems like it would be a place you should be able to break into. That's all I'm saying. For those of you asking what I'm doing now, odds are I'm looking for, I don't even know. Possibility to take land and keep it. This guy's a Max. Howdy, Maxer. Capture point. On point. Something simple like that. Just telling people that you're on the capture point. You're doing your job, you're contributing, and see how fast that's going. And that's 150 XP each. So believe it or not, spending time doing this, it's not the most intense battle, but it's definitely not bad experience when a single kill is only 150. A lot of times you can't get these points.
Clear out of that area.
I don't know why. Well, I'm glad I'm not down there. To get the ad, basically just cross tank land, huh? So here we go again. Battle rank 5, yay. Focus on me if you can, on me if you can. Custom vehicle loadout, yay. Custom infantry loadout, also yay. Did I capture this thing? I did. In 20 minutes, we'll have captured their base. That's a tank. Oh, just got grilled in the head. Can't heal myself, can I? Owie. They were entrenched, huh? It's not good. Normally you're not loan sharking like I am. I'm kind of just running around alone. But normally this isn't how you would do it. You're going with 3,000 or 4,000 people at this rate. It's a lot of freaking XPs, man. I suddenly wish I had done a lot more of this with my other character, because XPs are certs. I'm just running around a base taking places. They can't seem to stop me. They're gonna stop me real damn soon. It's not like I know this area like a beast or anything. No, he didn't go straight in. If he's got any brains at all, he's in here. Wait, what? We own a connected region. What? Oh, that's bull crap, man. Anyhow, I'm starting to feel fairly woozy and sleepy, so I'm gonna call it a night here. I just wanted to thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, if you feel like you're learning something as I play through the new player experience, that's great, let me know. If you feel like this is really just like, alright, lowballing it, then, you know, go for that. But, you know, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm definitely learning some interesting things about the game mechanics just by taking my time to read through this stuff. I hope you did too. I hope you're learning that game mechanics are important. I mean, like being able to see that this area is 67% blue. This area is 50-50. I mean, 50-50 in our base, that's not good. And reds, I mean, like, server population matters. And you can see server population here. No, you can't. You see it when you click hosting. No, you can't see that either. Okay, that's server population. So cults here, 10% of the players in this server are Vanu. 5 times as many are conglomerates. So to play this with more would be really unrealistic, right? But that's okay. Personal tactical overlay? I don't get it. I don't get what this is for. I have no idea. I guess it's for commanders. But I do like to know what the server population is. So the server population is kind of rigged on Ezimir, but that's okay. On Hassan, wow. Are VS really that undermanned tonight? Damn. Sucks for them. Oh well. Listen, I'd love to play more, but it's time to go to bed. If you enjoyed what you watched, want me to do more of these videos, please leave a comment, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Follow me on Twitter, FrostPDP. If you'd rather me just play more TR, hardcore, running operations and trying to win them, let me know that too. And if you enjoy Crusader Kings 2, or you want to see me play another game, like I have Ashes of Singularity sitting around waiting for me to give that a debut. And don't forget my fiance, who has unofficially given herself the title Time is Art. She's looking forward to getting into some Minecraft, in which we will be completely inept and you can laugh at us idiots for actually mining things and not knowing how to use building programs and such things. It'll be hilarious, I trust. With that in mind, thank you, and as always, La Paz.